All right. We are live. Just making sure. Can you hear me and see my screen okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. All right. For those of you joining us, we'll probably wait 1 to 2 more minutes and then we'll get going. Let me close the windows I don't need. Keep the ones I do. How long has it been since we've done this, Shari? It's been a while.
It has. That's been, gosh, a good month, maybe 2 months.
Yeah, we might be rusty. I don't
I
know.
know. But we look adorable. So
Yeah, we look
Merry Christmas,
festive.
everyone. Ugly sweater day today at Adair Homes. So
Is
we
it
are,
really?
yeah, it
Is
is.
Oh, I just happened to wear this. That was unplanned.
Yes, today is the
That's
competition
amazing.
day.
All right. Oh, we have so many attendees. This is really exciting. All right, maybe 30 more seconds and then we'll get going. We've got a lot to talk about.
I am so excited. It already looks like a gorgeous house.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a good one.
Well, the Mount Rainier is just like, you know what, number one asked for house, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to have built the Mount Rainier. That would have been dream come true. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to. Okay. Thank you for joining us. We are really excited to share this house today. I'm Katie Smith. I am a homeownership counselor out of Adair's Crestwell, Oregon office. So my territories are kind of like mid Willamette Valley, Eugene over to the coast, and then south to Roseburg. And Shari, my co-host, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shari Avery. I'm the homeownership counselor out of Treasure Valley. So I run McCall, Idaho to Baker City, Mountain Home, and all of course, the Boise Valley. So excited to be here.
You have a big territory.
We do
Big,
have a big
big,
territory.
yeah. Okay, so we are showing today the Mount Rainier plan, and Shari and I were just saying it's been a while, it feels like, since we've done this. We might be rusty, but I think we both love to talk enough that you might not even notice we're rusty. So um, what we want you to know about the Mount Rainier plan, first of all, if you've been to our website, you will see that all of our pre-engineered plans are shown. And the price is shown for each plan. So you can see based on your area, current house price, which is nice. If you're looking at the website and you're like, man, I'm not loving these entirely, or maybe this plan is almost right, but I wish it had this or this, just know that we can make tweaks or customizations to our existing plans. We can go full custom, meaning you draw up something and show it to us and we kind of bid it out. Or you also now have access to our vault of previously built custom homes, which you can make little changes to as well. So the idea is that we just kind of full court press as far as getting you the right house with the changes that you want set up how you need. This plan, as Shari was saying, is one of the most popular Adair Home pre-engineered plans. It is 3,200 square feet, 2-story. As a standard, it's got a side entry, oversized garage. When you look at each floor plan, you'll see these kind of reimagined outside elevation options. And again, just know that they can all be modified. So if you are looking at the Craftsman and you're thinking, man, I love the cedar shake here at the front porch, but I wish that we had batten board in these gables or bigger windows or what have you. These can be, again, entirely customized to kind of fit the vision. The plan that we're showing you today is a Traditions elevation. Traditions meaning lap siding all the way around. Of course, it's James Hardy. We've got this 4-inch window wrap, door wrap all the way around, and that's standard, I think, on all of our elevations. We've got these kind of square column wraps, really kind of traditions because it's kind of a traditional look. We lost Shari. I'm sure she'll be back. So the floor plan as originally designed, downstairs, yeah, that's okay. Downstairs would look like this. So you're going to have this side entry garage. You come into the house through a mudroom, and then you've got this massive kitchen great room space. There's a butler's pantry that accesses the dining room. And then right across the foyer is a den. And then the primary suite takes up this whole wing downstairs. Upstairs, you've got 3 bedrooms and a bonus room. There's a Jack and Jill bathroom, and then there's a secondary bathroom that can be accessed from the loft or from this 4th bedroom. And then utility is also upstairs. So the house we're showing you today has a few modifications. Let's see. It goes from kind of like plain black and white to really busy. So I'm going to show you where we're at here. So garage over here on the left still, but they took that overhead door and rotated it to the front of the garage just because property was better suited for a front entry garage. You still come in through the utility, of course, or this what used to be the mud room, but they've moved their washer dryer downstairs. And then massive common space. They did take the dining and den and swap them. So now rather than a through pantry to the dining, you have just this kind of really large oversized butler's pantry area. And I believe the reason for this was that they wanted the den to just be open and kind of keep that open concept flowing into the great room. So they swapped it over and deleted some walls to really, really open up and flow through here.
I love that.
Upstairs, we've got just rather than that utility room, they made the bonus room a little bit bigger. We've got still that furnace is housed up here, and then rather than a standard closet in bedroom 3, they give it a walk-in. So bedroom 3 and bedroom 2 now both have walk-in closets, plus that Jack and Jill. Otherwise, those are really the main changes. They added a drywall wrapped opening from the loft to the bonus room. I'm not sure entirely what they intend to do there, maybe French doors or something down the road, but for now they just kind of started to enclose it. Shari, any thoughts? Anything you want to add about this floor plan?
The one thing that I get asked a lot is that open to below area. You can fully extend that loft over there. I've actually made it like a little office and things like that. And
Yeah.
so I think any way you want to get that extra square footage or, make it your own. I love this bonus room. It is huge.
Huge. Yeah. Yeah. Good call on this area. Cause right now it's just a really grand foyer 2-story, but you could absolutely add some floor here and just have this added nook space or loft space. Good.
Yep.
Good. Right. We have made a lot of changes to our base product as well as our process, I think, since the last time Shari and I were here. So we'll talk through that. By popular demand, I'm going to let the video of this house play all the way through without pausing. And then we'll circle back and pause and point out what you're looking at. And just if you think of anything as we're going, please use that Q&A box. Send us all the questions. We'll pause periodically and answer them and go from there. So are you seeing the house okay?
I am.
All right, let's play this. Hopefully the music's turned off. Yes. I actually got to go walk through this one when the photographer was there, which I for some reason never do. I usually just watch the videos, but it's so much better to see them live. I love it.
Oh, yes. I love what they did with that dining room. It is just so bam, open.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I was looking through their binder because they didn't do 9-foot plate height. And I think that is probably one of the most popular upgrades that I do to our plans. Same with you.
Yep.
But you can't, it still feels so open and grand because of, I think, what they did there with that dining room.
Agreed. Yeah, with the connection of that, the vaulted entry or the open entry.
Absolutely. That open rail on the stairs helps as well. Just
exactly
flow through. The red on the ceiling is just a smoke detector cover that hasn't been removed yet. Got those cute windowsills. I love the window trim. I think that adds character. I really like it.
I see some really nice upgrades that they did. Doors and the floor is beautiful.
It is. Yep. A lot of variation. Replace the pedestal sink with a cabinet base. No one ever complains about extra storage.
No.
deleted all of their backsplash, which I'm sure you'll notice. Backsplash and mirrors are gone. I believe they plan to do their own. And then same with fireplace. We just put the fireplace in the wall with a trim kit, and they're going to do their own wrap or surround.
So
And
great that they have that option that they can do that and add a little of their own character as soon as they close on the house as well.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree. We built with Adair, as you know, and my husband and I are such like DIYers that it kind of didn't feel like ours until we started doing those little things on our own. So
Yeah.
and there's absolutely people that want nothing to do, you know, they just want to move in, kind of set their stuff out and start living. So I like that you can go either way.
Hmm.
Got the gourmet appliances in here, the flat airy style cabinets.
Yes, I love the colors they chose. I hope you can go back in after they put their backsplash because I want to see what they put to go with
Yeah,
those cabinets.
I'll ask, please send pictures. We need to see.
The butler's pantry, so nice, so convenient.
Yeah. And then taking the door off of it, I mean, it just makes sense because then you just have full access in this
Mm.
room. We have so many attendees. I'm really excited to come back to such a big group.
I know. I think it's
Okay.
making me more nervous though, after not doing this for so long. I'm anxious for the questions to start.
So this, of course, where they decided to move the washer and dryer down to this mud room downstairs rather than having it upstairs. But you still have a lot of usable. I mean, this is a big room. It's got that built-in, the closets, the storage, access to either the garage on one side or the backyard on the other side. The pocket doors right there, I love. There's pocket doors upstairs too, which I thought were
I
perfect how they
noticed
placed
that
them.
in the Jack and Jill.
Yep, yeah, so
A great
perfect.
way to minimize like all your space being used.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna say, they have a great lot. I can barely see it, but
Yeah, they do.
smell
They do.
it.
I think it was 2 lots combined, so they have a really nice size backyard and front yard actually. So it's kind of perfect. And then into this primary suite, which is a nice size room. They could have vaulted these ceilings had it been something they were interested in. There's no living space above, so I've seen even where people will vault and add like a fireplace or something, just totally make the primary suite kind of a haven downstairs, which I love. Then we've got the little hallway, closets on both sides, pocket doors again, well-placed pocket doors.
Mm.
We can do, or we as a standard, we would do shelf and pole all the way around the closet. A lot of times people will kind of have a vision of like a organizer system or a whole closet system. So we'll kind of leave blank canvas. I'm assuming you do a lot of that too.
I do, yeah.
Blank canvas, and then you can pick up where you want as far as cabinets and shelves. That is, believe it or not, a standard tub. They did do a tile shower, and that space between the shower and tub, they plan to fill in with glass. So they're going to do a glass wall in the front and around, kind of very spa-like in this bathroom.
Oh, I love it. I love it that
I,
they added a bench.
yep. And that confetti backsplash of the tub, I really get excited when people pick the
Yes.
confetti.
It doesn't happen very often. And so when they do, you're like, yay.
Yeah, like, yes, can't wait.
And that tub is huge, by the way. Like, I'm 6 feet tall. That's a nice tub.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have one in your showroom?
I do. Yeah.
We have one too. I think people are always pleasantly surprised. I'm like, get in it, like sit in it. I'm like,
That's
you can
that's how
stretch
I say
out.
to you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And another thing I was going to mention about this master bedroom is we also have the option to do an enlarged master bedroom. So as big as this is already, you can make it like 6 feet bigger. It's crazy. Like a
Yeah.
nice sitting area. And like you said, make it your own little oasis, put a door on it or to your outside, whatever you want to do.
Agreed. Love that.
And I do really like how they did the open railing because naturally or standard, it comes with the half wall. It really just does make it nice and open to below.
Yep, I agree. I like the open rail. So many options for, I mean, there's a few categories when we're doing design appointments where it feels like we're just rapid firing questions at them. Like, okay, so you picked a fireplace, like how hot, how tall do you want it? How do you want this around? Do you want a bench below? And surprisingly, the rail is one of those categories where there's just 100 options as far as
Mhm.
modifying rails. We do have a slightly upgraded carpet upstairs. And they've got, this used to be a standard vinyl on the bathroom floor. We've since changed that, which we'll dive into on our second walkthrough of this house, but I'm excited about it. I love their little pops of black.
And I love all the matte black they chose. They did the traditional matte black, it looks like, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Mhm.
Moen, of course, Moen.
And that massive bonus room.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they've got kids upstairs, and so it's nice to have kind of bedrooms and then common room for playing and um yeah, although I did do a similar thing on our Adair house. I thought I would keep all my kids' stuff kind of restricted to upstairs, and it didn't go as planned. It lasted a day or two and then took over the house. Should have expected. I love the painting in in the bedrooms. So cute.
I mean, who doesn't love pink?
Yeah. And then they had kind of when I was there, they had started decorating. They had this like mermaid theme in the girls' bathroom. It was so cute. I have boys, so I'm always like, oh my gosh. The sparkles and the pink and the mermaid. I love it. These closets are good size, and I always like to point that out because that 4x4 is kind of a standard for a secondary bedroom walk-in, and it is a good size closet. Lots of storage in there. And then straight through that Jack and Jill to the other bedroom, doing a little bit of a repair when the photographer came through. They've got the 2 sinks in here. It comes standard with 1, but it is such a big vanity that there's plenty of room to have the 2 and still countertop space. And I also really love that the toilet and shower are kind of, they're in their own little room here. So
Especially when you have two girls getting ready at the same time.
absolutely. Another 4x4 walk-in. Another pink wall. The view out the front is not too shabby. I love the view from the top of the landing as well, because you've got the big windows kind of sitting over the entry door. That is a linen closet that they just showed off to the left with the closed door. So there's plenty of storage upstairs and downstairs.
Oh, this is one of my favorite views of this whole house.
Mm-hmm. I really like their paint scheme as well. They kind of blend in perfectly to those trees behind them.
Mhm.
Okay. We're going to go through again, and this time we get to talk about everything that you're seeing. So, starting with the front of the house, of course, likely if you've talked to someone at Adair recently or looked at the website, you know that we now paint interior and exterior. So Sherwin-Williams paint, you pick your scheme. But it's nice, kind of the idea was just like over the years, as we're getting feedback from customers who are building, you think that you kind of want to jump in and start and take on all these tasks yourself. And then you realize that maybe just having it done is also a really nice option. So by popular demand, these changes and modifications to the program just happen over time. So if you're someone who's familiar with Adair of old, you know that you used to paint your own house, and now we just do it as part of the base package. Okay. There are so many options for garage doors and entry doors. I love the door that they picked. It's very pretty. I'm going to pause right here. So we've got, of course, that 8-foot plate height to the ceiling. This is a luxury vinyl plank that they put almost all of downstairs. We work with Shaw, so there are a ton of options. Standard now, and this is a very recent change, very exciting change.
Very exciting.
Very excited. We're gonna do a plank floor. So it used to be either a standard carpet or a standard sheeted vinyl. We no longer do a sheeted vinyl. So we're gonna do a luxury vinyl plank standard in the wet room. So the bathrooms and utility. We're gonna do a laminate plank in those common, like the kitchen, the dining, the entry, and then of course a standard carpet. Which there are what, 50 other carpets to choose from. There's yeah, a good chunk of them. They chose to do the stain grade handrail. And then we've got what we call a craftsman trim package, which is also now standard. The windows as a standard, we would leave drywall wrapped. So you could choose to add window sills, you could choose to add window wrap. There's a couple of different trim finishes within the base price that you can choose from. There's one that we call a modern, and then there's one that's very craftsman-y, kind of flat stock. And I'll pause right here in this dining room. So again, they kept the standard 8-foot ceiling height. So we've got the 2 standard windows facing the front. They're 5-foot windows. If you're someone who wants to go to a 9-foot or a taller, we increase the size of the windows so that, as you're increasing that plate height, your windows don't look out of proportion. And then they opened this all up. So whereas a standard, we would have kept a full wall separating this dining, which used to be the den, from the great room, they just went ahead and opened it up as much as they could. We've got standard lights in here, and those have changed slightly, but lots of other lighting options, and also options to provide your own lights in some spaces. So if you want to delete our fixture and maybe on the road add your own chandelier, you absolutely can. The door that we just walked by was under stair storage, which again, this house is big on storage, which is perfect. And then here in the half bath, we would do now a standard quartz countertop, a quartz backsplash. Actually, I'm sorry. In the half bath, we would do a pedestal sink.
Yes.
So they went ahead and modified that to do the cabinet base with a drop-in sink. Anywhere that we now do countertop, we would do quartz. We're no longer doing laminate countertop. I believe the plan was to replace these standard light fixtures. So they had us go ahead and do the black on the bath accessories, the black on the doors and the hinges. And then we just left the lights alone. And then here in the great room, again, as far as fireplaces, and I'd be interested to see what's most popular in your area, Shari, but we can do electric, pellet, gas, wood burning.
I do it all as well. I think wood stove is like my #1 right now, but I build in a lot of snowy areas.
That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking you probably do a lot of wood burning, where we do a ton of propane. The propane conversion for a natural gas fireplace is kind of our sweet spot. They did do an oversized door here. So usually we would have a 6-foot wide door, sliding glass door. You can do 8, you can do 10, you can do 14. You could, as far as windows and doors go to I'll say the sky's the limit. You could have totally reconfigured this just absolutely based on your usage and what you want as far as bringing that light in, etc.
I would say I love how they put the plug in the floor. Like, what a great option,
So
because
smart.
with it being so open to be able to put your furniture wherever you want it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So in this kitchen, we're going to pause. They did what we call the gourmet appliance package. So as a standard, we want this house to be as move-in ready as possible. So if you were to just look online and see our base price, that is from a start to finish house. And it's including the cleanup and the dry out and the paint and all of that. It's including appliances. So the only things that are not included in our base price for the house itself are washer, dryer, and refrigerator. The standard appliances would have been a 30-inch range with a microwave hood. They went ahead and did a built-in oven here with a 36-inch cooktop. You can also choose to delete the appliances if you're someone who's very particular, or maybe you even owned your own appliances already. We just ask that you share specs with us so we can build accordingly.
Is the window in the great room, is that a standard window?
It is.
Okay, I was just gonna answer a question, but I want to make sure before. So they were
Yeah.
asking what size the windows were in there, so I'm gonna type my reply. Done
Perfect.
with 2 4x5s.
Perfect. And then we have still in the kitchen here, of course, we partnered with Ridgecrest Cabinets, who I always plug. I'm very proud to be a partner of theirs. I encourage you to look at their website. If you're designing your own home, they've got so many ways, maybe even things that you've never seen or thought about, to make the cabinets work for you rather than vice versa. So with this layout, we kept it pretty standard. They added a trash drawer, which I don't think you will see in the island. Um, if we were to go with a 9-foot plate height, we would increase the height of these uppers. You could also choose to just extend them to the ceiling. I've had a lot of people add that smaller glass cabinet above all of the uppers, which is a really pretty look. But this, as a standard, is so much storage, such a good layout. They kept the flat panel. They deleted the backsplash. Now we would do a standard quartz with a standard quartz backsplash. Got that overhang on the back of the island for bar stools. I love that they have 2 different colors for their cabinets in here. I think it adds a lot of character.
100%. So cute.
What do you do in kitchens? What would you say is most popular?
I'm doing a lot of gourmet kitchen packages, but I have a lot of buyers because we can also delete the appliances. And so we have a lot of buyers that delete their appliances and provide their own, and when they just give us the size of the cap that they have, so we can base our cabinets around them. So that's a big
Yeah,
one for me right now.
I love that. We did that in I keep talking about our Adair build, but why not?
I think it's important.
We did a 36-inch range with a gas cooktop, and it's my pride and joy because I can't really cook, but it makes it look like I absolutely know what I'm doing in there. And so
My quesadillas turn out really good.
exactly, mac and cheese, hot dogs, nailing them. I am going to pause right here. So as a standard, if you'll remember from the original floor plan, this butler's pantry would kind of flow right into the dining room on the other side. They of course reconfigured a little bit, so they've now got office on the other side of this wall. So we've closed it off. They added this cabinet package. They did leave a hole in the cabinet here for like a drink fridge kind of a thing. I've had people add kegerators, which is fun. Wine racks built in, ice makers, all kinds of fun stuff. Because this is just a good extra space. It's part of the kitchen, but separate. Good place to kind of hide some of the things maybe you don't want on the counter in the kitchen. Just
I'd
very
say, yeah, I've been doing like microwaves in there instead of in the kitchen, things like
love
that as well.
I love that.
Katie, if they bought their own appliances and they have them on site, will we install them?
The technical answer is no. I believe that here in Crestwell in our branch, we'll tell customers that they can work with our subcontractors directly. But I believe we're supposed to technically say no. Our general stance is that we are only going to build with or install materials provided by Adair, which makes sense if you think about warranty and how that all works. I did see a question pop up earlier about these 2 doors being different. They absolutely could have selected an option to have their exterior door match the interior door style. If that's something that you would think about and want to make sure was done, it's totally an option. While we're looking at this door, our new standard is going to be a square top, a 2-panel square top. So all of our interior doors have been recently upgraded. Again, based on just what's popular, and we want to keep those standard popular choices in the base package.
Yeah, see, you are not rusty at all. You're on it because I was gonna totally say that. You're on
Hey,
it.
hey, so again, nice work to us.
I noticed they put the rough in for the pendant lights as well.
Yeah, yes. Also super popular. And then now base package, we're gonna do recessed lights in the great room, which Adair of a couple months ago. We didn't do any standard lights on the ceiling in the great room. We did the floor lamp setup with those outlets connected to switches. So again, another by popular demand change to the base package. This is really a good size room. I like showing it with furniture in it because even with furniture, you can still see how large it is. And then this door, I've had people before move the door from the end of this hallway to the bathroom end of it. I love that these guys did the pocket doors into their closet because closet, I think the more space, the better. So any space that is not being hogged by a swinging door, I am full support of. And they added an outlet in here. I don't know if you saw that. I'm always amazed at some people's like vision and preparedness with these things, thinking about even, where they need outlets.
Hey, I did that when I built my house in my closet and my daughter's walk-in closet, and it was the best
Smart.
thing ever.
Really smart. Yeah. Got that slightly updated carpet in there. Again, of course, it's Shaw. And then we've got the tile. I just noticed that the confetti is in the soap niche too in the primary shower. Very cute.
Oh, cute.
We did do that privacy glass on the window in here, which is an option, of course. And then I'll pause right here because this is a standard layout for a primary vanity and it is big. There's so much storage, a little cabinet under each sink, and then the big rack of drawers. Now, of course, we're going to do that quartz countertop in here. We're going to do the undermount sink standard. A light over each sink is standard. And then I also love that this bathroom has the water closet. This bathroom is just a really clever layout. I think it's good flow, good use of space.
I still really like they did the pocket doors there.
I
Very
do too. I do too. That was one of the first things she brought up too. Can you guys do pocket doors? She just, again, so impressed at their vision and planning on this.
I think that's one of the best parts about our job though, is like, we look at this every day, right? And then you
Yeah.
have something that you would have never thought of. Someone says, what about this? Or what about
Yeah.
this? And then I end up sharing that idea with other buyers after that. I'm like, guess what? Someone else did.
Exactly. We're sharing another Mount Rainier plan in January, which Shari, I was going to ask you to co-host. I'll get with
Of
you after
course.
this. But it's so same floor plan, totally different, totally different. You wouldn't even know it was the same house. I'm excited to kind of share these two back to back.
Well, that's what you based your floor plan off of, right? A little
Yeah.
bit with the
Yeah.
McInerney?
A shrunken Rainier was the
Love it.
idea. I love this kind of upgrade. I love that this taller craftsman style trim package is now standard.
Agreed.
I love that they added the windowsills just upstairs again, kind of like the kids have their own space, but it's still such a large, open, flowing space. And then here as a standard, we would now do, of course, that luxury vinyl. We would do the quartz countertops. A standard cabinet, I should say, is a stain grade recessed panel door. So this door style that they did is considered standard, how they picked a stain. But a paint is considered an upgrade. And have you seen the landing pages on our website where you can see like the standards versus the upgrades and all the color? Those are, if you haven't checked those out, they're really useful. We have them for plumbing and lighting and cabinets. The cabinets, of course, are always my favorite.
Yep. And you can virtually design your whole kitchen, your house.
Yes.
It's awesome. And
Also,
with the bathroom as well, you can take that door out that comes in from the loft and make like a little mini junior suite or
yeah,
another little master. So again, so many things you can do with this floor plan.
yeah, there is a lot of space to work with. This is a little bump out. I'm sure most of you put it together, but the fireplace below. So that is the vent for the fireplace. No fireplace, no bump out. We've got that linen closet. And then girls' bedrooms again. The plans are kind of, I haven't ever confirmed this with anyone. This is just my hunch. But as far as window placement, I'm assuming they're kind of set up for neighborhood living. So more windows focused on the back and the front of the house rather than on the sides. If you were to build this house somewhere where maybe you wanted to focus your views out the sides, absolutely, we could move windows, add windows, increase the size of windows. We've got this walk-in closet, which standard, and I did mention this before, we have a walk-in closet standard in that front bedroom, but the one that we're in right now comes with just a bypass door style closet. So probably for the sake of avoiding any future fights between their daughters, I think they're leveling the playing field and making them both even was a really smart move.
Yep. And
Again,
again, growing girls, the counter is so big, they're still gonna have
yes,
their own sides, their own space.
yep, yep. The vinyl floor, of course, now going to be luxury vinyl plank, quartz countertops. That is a standard. We would do a tub shower in this bathroom, a fiberglass tub shower. You could make it a big soaker tub with tile walls for a shower, or a tile shower, or just a walk-in fiberglass shower. Maybe it's just the time of year with that tree in the front, but the view out this bedroom is very pretty.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, the pink wall, which I love, and another walk-in closet.
Tracy asked if we can do one-story homes because she hasn't visited our website yet. And Tracy, yes, we can do it all. We can do one-story homes, 2 stories, ADUs, duplexes, and we are 100% customizable. So if you love something on our floor plan, but you need some tweaks, as Katie's been saying, we can do that. Or you can also draw on a napkin and we will build that house for you too. So really the sky is the limit. I like to tell my customers, I get told no very rarely.
That's true.
So ask me anything.
That's true. Sometimes we kind of like to challenge our departments, like, but let's talk about this. Could we do this?
Yep.
I'm sure they see our names on the phone. They're like, oh,
Oh, not again.
am I ready for this? I'm paused here because this window in the bathroom you'll see is a big window. Standard, it comes down to the same height as these 2 windows. So this family was like, you know what, we're going to be kind of an in-town situation. Let's just shrink that up a bit. We don't need it to go full height. But just thinking back to that bathroom, again, so much natural light coming into that bathroom, and it's a big, good working space in there. Still really love the green that they chose. I think it's so pretty. Exterior lights, patio covers, doors, windows, again, so many ways to customize the outside. So I am going to let this play again. I want to talk through the process and how it comes together and kind of explain some of those differences that have been coming up. We used to call it 6 simple steps to home ownership or ordering a home. And Shari, you still are 6 steps, correct?
Yes.
Not for long though.
Correct.
We have revised the 6 simple steps to 5 simple steps. And this is just, again, by popular, I'll call it demand, but, feedback from customers who have built, here's what we wish was different. And that feedback is always, we wish that Adair would just take over the process start to finish. So Adair of old is customers have the option to manage all of their site prep, and then Adair kind of jumps in when the pad is prepped and ready and the foundation is being poured. So now we've started this in some of our branches. We're kind of slowly taking over the company as far as we are just going to manage this process beginning to end. So step 1, financing approval, and that hasn't changed. So we have in-house financing, Adair Financial. I imagine at this point, everyone has seen our 4.875 for a 30-year fixed promo rate. It is very literally unbeatable. It's just an incredible thing that Adair is doing to kind of make this more feasible or possible for a lot of people. So check out Adair Financial. They do a soft credit pull. So if you're thinking, I just like to know where we're at as far as a pre-qual, fill out the application. They'll get a pre-qual back to you. I want to say within 48 hours is what their turnaround time says. I usually get them back within 24. Is that what you see as well?
Yeah, pretty much.
Second step in the process is still finding land, and we do not sell land. you can use your construction loan to buy land. And of course, we have realtor partners. And I'm Shari, coming from the real estate world, like what is the benefit of working with one of our partners for realtors?
I think it's so important just because the real estate agent is going to do all the due diligence for you and help you figure out if your land is buildable. If there's a building permit on it, if you need water, well, septic, all that, they're going to help you answer all those questions and do it that way, in a timely manner. That way, if by chance this land isn't going to work out with our supers or with Adair's plan, you can get out of that land and not be like locked into something. So I think it's really important to, work with a professional in all manners.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Because we expect that not a lot of our clients are from the home building industry or have done a lot of site prep. So we don't expect you to be looking at property and knowing the ins and outs of what you're looking for. So that's when we're like, hey, take advantage of our resources. Every branch has realtor partners, and realtor partners become partners because of feedback from clients. So we feel confident in their abilities. We feel confident that they are looking out for your best interests and just making themselves assets to you.
Exactly. And we can be working side by side, getting that due diligence done
Yes.
um, and working on your site development numbers as well as your home quotes and everything else to make sure everything fits within your max budget. We don't want to overwhelm you through this process as well. That's why we're here to hold your hands, help your real estate agent and everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So step three, property evaluation or site evaluation. So this is where the process has started to change. Now with the new site services program, we call it, we are going to send our team out to see this property. Ideally, you can be there. And the idea is just that you're explaining your vision, like, hey, we fell in love with this property because of this view or the space available for a future outbuilding or a turnaround driveway or what have you. We want you to be able to kind of share all of that to the site team. Adair of old, which was still, it's a great process. Sorry, I feel like I'm like bragging about site services, which I kind of am, but the team would come out and then we would get you this report like, okay, here's all the work that needs done in order for this property to be built on. And then we would send you out to gather bids and find out what site prep is going to cost you. New Adair, we're going to bid it all out. So we're going to be able to tell you, okay, here's what the property needs. Here's what it's going to cost you. And we're going to tell you this in a timely manner so that you're still in a feasibility or due diligence period. And you can choose at that point to either continue to move forward with the property or maybe get your earnest money back and look for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So step four, at this point, you know exactly what the property costs you. You know exactly what site prep is going to cost you. This is when we want to meet and do a full design appointment. And we're going to crawl through this house and talk about these things like, hey, is this closet a good size for you? Do you need more outlets? So what do you think about the ceiling height? So we're going to kind of force you to put yourself in this house and envision living in it and do our best to set it up with you so that it is perfectly cohesive with your lifestyle and everything that you're wanting out of a house. After that, we are going to order this house. You're going to sign contracts and order this house. So new Adair, we are just going to take the reins and go. So we are getting your drawings. We're putting together your permit applications. We're applying for permits. We're scheduling all the site contractors to come in and start doing the work. And then we're pouring foundation and you are just along for the ride. So we're sending you picture updates and weekly blurbs about what's happening, what's going to happen. Of course, it's your house. You can be there as much as you want, but there's nothing required of you. You just get to move in.
Yep.
If I think this is a frequently asked question, the loan, if you're someone who is using a construction loan, it's intended to pay for all of this. So a lot of times people think that they need to buy the land out of pocket or permits, or it's all rolled into that construction loan. Sorry, what did I miss? I felt too short and sweet.
No, I thought it was perfect. I love sweet and short. I love that you keep saying the new Adair.
The new Adair, the
It's
site
it's
services
exciting,
program.
guys. It's
So
exciting to
exciting.
be able to take some of this pressure that old previous customers had and take that and relieve you of it and just let you enjoy the ride. That's
Yes.
It's really exciting.
Yes, also because Shari and I, they're called new presentations. It's the initial appointment with customers and always as we're watching people's faces and they're like, okay, sounds great. And then we're like, and then you
Oh.
have to get bids for site prep. And they're like, oh. So now to be moving in a direction where we can just keep that like excited, amazing program all the way through is really, really exciting.
Well, because you and I started within a month of each other. We've both been here
Yeah.
almost 5 years. And so
Yeah.
we've really experienced all this old and new Adair together. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool to see all
Very
the
exciting.
awesome changes that are happening. And every time they announce something, I get all
Yeah.
clappy,
We're like,
and
yes.
my
Yeah.
supers can hear me cheer from the back room. They're like, what's going on?
So perfect. Okay, I mean, looks like you were kind of handling questions as we went.
Yeah, it's been really
So-
easy today.
All
I'm glad
right.
you all took it easy on us because as we kept saying,
Yeah.
this was my first time in a while.
Yep. So next month at the next Rainier plan, we'll be ready. Like feel free
Ready.
to hit us with your hard questions. We'll be warmed up and ready to go. Okay, all right. Well, if there's no other questions, I say we call it.
Perfect.
Shari, thank you so much for co-hosting as always.
Thank you for having me. It was
We'll see
nice
you.
to chat with everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you in a month on the 17th.
Happy holidays, everybody.